Definitely some very tense moments. American Airlines Flight 357 hadn't even been in the air for an hour before that smoke started showing up in the main cabin. At that point, that's when the pilots made the decision to divert that flight, make that emergency landing over in Washington, D.C. Luckily, there were no serious injuries that were reported in that 20-30 minute span, but it did make for some very tense moments and minutes for the more than 160 people on board.
A cross-country flight from Philly to Phoenix cut short on Saturday morning. These photos were shared by a passenger on American Airlines Flight 357 after the airline says a passenger's device started smoking, forcing the flight with 160 passengers and 6 crew members to be diverted and make an emergency landing in Washington, D.C.
My biggest concern was a fire on board the flight.
Cary Grant is a former commercial airline captain and now teaches at Embry-Riddle University in Prescott. One of the passengers believes a battery caught fire towards the back of the plane and was eventually put out by both flight attendants and passengers, but not before the entire cabin started filling with smoke.
As soon as the flight attendants say, "We've got a fire on board," I guarantee the pilots are thinking about where can we get this airplane down as quickly as possible.
Grant says every plane has at least 2 fire containment bags on board for situations just like this. With the limited information the airline released, Grant says the crew sounds like they did exactly what they should have.
They certainly are more prevalent because a lot of airplanes now, when you go on the airplane, what's your in-flight entertainment? It's your personal electronic device.
And American Airlines says that after that plane made that emergency landing in Washington, D.C., all the passengers and the crew were able to get off that aircraft pretty normally. Now, there were some passengers who were able to find other flights to their destination, whether that be right here at Phoenix Sky Harbor or another place around the country. But American Airlines Flight 357 still at Dulles International Airport tonight. It's scheduled to take off from Washington, D.C. and head here to Phoenix tomorrow morning. For now, reporting live at Sky Harbor, Prelutsky for Arizona's Family.